Work for one day. We may think that they're a problem because of a record or because of things like that. But we may not only work for them, they may be the very physician who is operating on each of us, or one of us, or over us saying goodbye to a loved one at a funeral. So we got to show that respect now and help them to know how they can earn that, which is going to lead me to what I want to tell you about what I do. I'm currently a retired Army, but yet also retired from business, but I do help my son who runs our company. We do work with technologies, and we service about 133 countries with technology. And what we do is we create resources and solutions for companies that don't have it already. So we don't have to, it's not based on a lot of manual things, but we are able to do that. And the good thing about it is, it has nothing to do with color. It's about finding out what people, whatever solutions they need, and becoming a person who can create solutions. And that can be done without a college degree. It can be done without having a life without a record. Everything's possible if we can become what we ought to be when no one's around. And so, as a person from Harrisburg, I'd like to just share with you 3 philosophies that help anyone to be successful at what they're doing if it gets down to creating the financial resource so that you can be whatever God's assignment is for you. And you know, these 3 philosophies, it's interesting. There's different philosophies that determine wealth. This is for you young guys. A lot of people are going to tell you to make money, you got to go out and get this hustle on. They're going to tell you to go do this and go do that. But there are some philosophies you better run from. The first philosophy I'm going to tell you about, everybody passes this on in our culture until we're taught different. That's the philosophy of wait. Let's wait for minimum wage to go up. Let's wait till somebody black gets in office. Let's wait until the right job comes along. Let's wait until they have a disbursement or money they're going to give for free. That's the first philosophy. If you're going to try and build wealth and legacy with that, it never happens. When you wait for those things, it's not even significant enough to make your life any better than it was. That's the first one. I'm going to wait for a raise. I've been there for already 5 years, and they give me a $1.50 raise. It's not even significant enough to affect your refrigerator. So waiting is the worst philosophy. How many of you were taught that before? You're taught, we'll just wait, it's going to happen. Most of us. Indirectly, we were taught that, even if you don't admit it, right? The second philosophy, I think you'll love this one. This is the philosophy of demand. All of you have heard of this one. I'll never forget, 1977. There was a strike going on. The teachers are striking. Everybody's striking. I mean, we went almost, I don't know, probably 3 months without school. Remember that, Macajah? Yeah. School was just closed. It wasn't because of snow, it was just closed. We're going to demand a raise. I'll never forget it, asking my mom and dad, like, when they finally went back to work for that 75 cents or $1 more per hour, when I learned what that really meant at the end of the year or at the end of a week, what was that about? The worst way to build wealth and legacy is not by demanding it because I'm a veteran, or demanding it because I'm black, or because I'm a woman. That's the worst way. Because when you finally get what you demanded, it is not significant enough to change anything for you, your child, or your grandchildren. The worst way. I was fortunate enough to be taught by my father, who never went to grade school or high school or any of that, who was a plumber, who had his own business. I was fortunate to be taught the secrets, or the insider secrets to building legacy. And what that is, I can do it without being 6'4". I'm a little guy. I was always a little guy. Even as a person in special education much of my life, failing twice, right? And graduating from high school with my little brothers, I had a shot, not because I was special, but because I adopted the right philosophy. And I'm going to share that last one with you if you want to hear it. If you like to hear it, let me know. Let me see. Okay. The philosophy that you should adopt for building legacy, it's beautiful, and everybody can do it with a police record, right? If in fact you've already had 2 divorces, if you are someone that nobody ever liked because your personality is bad, you can do this one. And when you do it, even the atheists, even the white supremacists and KKK will have to do business with you because it's not based on those things. So to speak the language of building legacy, you do it this way. The philosophy of productivity and performance. That is something that everyone can do. It doesn't happen by having a good social media channel. You're not going to get lucky and get views to be able to perform on demand at all times. That happens when nobody else is around. You become the performer by the work you put in. I know a lot of people who loved Michael Jackson when he was alive, but they don't know the hours and hours put in to that perfection. What you can do today, in spite of your disposition, what you come from, you could learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Work harder on yourself than you do on your community. Work harder on yourself than you do your education, because here's what you have to understand. Traditional education will get you a good life. Personal development, developing yourself, will create for you and your family a fortune so you can be free enough to volunteer and give your assignment that God gave you, all of you. If you're not a performer, I'm going to tell you, I tell people all the time, no, I'm not doing it because you're a veteran. I'm a veteran myself. I will do it because you have something worthy of me. Don't you tell me to do business with you because you're black. Tell me because nobody out there, this is what Dr. King, see, we lost Dr. King's message. Dr. King says, even if you're gonna be a street sweeper, whatever you're gonna be, you be the best. And he never said, make them do it because you're black. Never. He said, be a performer. We used to perform. Even in this town, the reason we have the beautiful, the transition from the 7th Ward to 8th Ward is because of some physicians and some leaders in Harrisburg who already did it when it was impossible. They learned to perform when they weren't even considered people. How dare we think we have it bad now? So here's the deal. Everybody in the room can be a performer and a producer. Produce an outcome. Do not expect people to give it to you because you're tall or you're short or you're black or you're white or you're female or male. Expect them to do it because you can perform when others won't. Now here's the gimme. Ready? I know my brother here likes metrics. Basir, who's running for city council, he loves metrics. Here's a metric for you. 98% of our world is not willing to do what it takes to get what they want. 98% want the outcome but won't do it. If you become a performer, you become a part of the elite 1 to 2% who will. And everybody kicks your door in, even those that don't like you. I have customers who don't like people that are my color, but they get over it quickly because they have to have it on. I have those who don't like my political or religious affiliation, but they get over it because of productivity and performance. So I just gave you something. It took me years to understand from my father. I gave it to you in minutes. And I do believe, without a doubt, if we adults in the room could